welcome to my channel. My name is Mayra Alejandra. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the new products that I've decided to incorporate into my collection. Some of these are not so new because I've sort of been playing with them already. There's one though that I have not tried out yet, so we're gonna see what kind of journey that takes us through. So if you want to hang out with us for a little bit, then keep on watching. Okay, that's better. I don't know what I was thinking wearing a sweater, but I will be honest, guys. I'm enjoying a delicious beer in this very fancy wine glass little goblet, because we're fancy girls. So I'm really not gonna go all the way with my makeup. It's really gonna be super minimal this time because it is Friday night. It's a long weekend and I'm getting ready to hang out in my backyard and jam out for a little bit, enjoy some more beer in regular cans like a normal person. I won't really be putting on any like eye makeup necessarily, so hope that's all right. First things first, I've already talked about this plenty in my last two videos, I believe. This is the Phytosurgence Verdant Force Field, and it is a new skincare, basically new skincare item in my collection. This has been really nice on my skin. I don't want to add too much because the next product that I'll be playing around with is actually more of a balm. I don't think it's smart for me to add too much balmy, too much dew or moisture to my skin, especially since I'm just gonna be sitting around swatting away at mosquitoes, but loving every minute of it. I just don't want to see summer go. So that is one of the new items. I also decided to purchase the Makeup by Mario what is this called? Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, and it looks like this. This is the shade Medium Dark, and I swatched it just a little bit, but not enough to really get a good idea of how to apply this on. So I'm just gonna go on the website for Makeup by Mario and see what exactly is this. I saw this on Julia Adams's channel, and she can basically get me to buy anything because she's just so good at what she does. She is trained in makeup artistry, and because I've been looking for more of a cream bronzer, I decided to go for this guy. On the website, it actually says that it's a 3-in-1 tinted complexion balm that warms and nourishes with sheer coverage to even out skin tone. 3-in-1. What are the three? So it says this weightless balm warms, tints, and evens tone while nourishing skin to transform your complexion. This multi-purpose enhancer is a solid balm, skin tint, and a creamy bronzer all in one. A what? A skin tint? Interesting. I did not know that. Featuring 6 universal shades, this formula is non-comedogenic. My English is not very good looking, and offers sheer coverage for a dewy finish. So 6 shades. This is the medium dark. I swatched a couple of them that were out when I went to Sephora. They were completely sold out, so I had to order this online, but they did have the testers out, so I quickly swatched, and because they're so sheer, I figured that this would probably be better for somebody with my complexion. Not to mention, I know this is supposed to be like a warming product, so I'll try my best not to complain about it being too warm. I'm curious. I kind of want to try it out as a skin tint. Like, can I do that? Should I do that? Has anybody else done that? How to just start applying from the perimeter of the face and blend inward. Okay. Pro tip: to get even more warmth, go 1 shade deeper. Dope. Okay. So I'm just gonna use my Real Techniques brush. This is the 204 dense kind of brush. I figured this might be a good brush to test this out with. Well, do you want to swatch? You probably want to swatch, right? Okay, so the texture is indeed very balmy. It's almost like the more you touch it, the more it feels like it's melting. So this is the color medium dark. As you can see, it doesn't look too bad in terms of the warmth. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always talking about how I want to have a bronzer that is a little bit more neutral tone. I don't think this is a bad shade, but let's see. Ooh. Ooh, this is nice. For somebody like myself who prefers the dewy skin finish, I think this is really nice. Oh man. I feel like you can see a little bit better here. I don't know if I would use this as a skin tint. I just don't know that the undertone is suitable for me, at least. But it is very pretty. It doesn't feel heavy even though it is a balm. No scent to these either. I wonder if these set at all. Probably not, considering they're balms, but man, I really like this. I just don't know if I would go as far as to say this would be my choice of a skin tint. So I want to see if I can get that sunburned kind of, or sun-kissed, not sunburned, sun-kissed look with this product. As you can see, I already did my eyebrows because I wasn't really planning on doing too much. Ooh, wait a minute. So far, I don't think that it's enhancing texture any more than moisturizer would. This is like, I went to the beach today and got a little sun-kissed. Sun-kissed. So I am just blending out a little bit where I kind of see that I might have gone a little too overboard. Even though this is a sheer finish, it's still slightly buildable. I don't think it's enough to cover any kind of blemish or anything like that whatsoever. And although this is doing a really nice job at like enhancing my skin, I just don't think that it did enough to, again, call itself a skin tint. So I had a little bit of redness here to begin with, and I'm gonna, just out of curiosity, see what happens when I apply this on top. Yeah, see, so it's definitely not pigmented enough to be called a skin tint. I don't think so. But as far as like a bronzer, like a sheer bronzer, for sure, I'd call it that. So a solid balm, skin tint, and cream bronzer. What does a solid balm have to do with what it can do? I mean, I know what a skin tint would do and what a creamy bronzer would do, but a solid balm, just like hydrate, I suppose. I happen to really like this. One thing that I do have to say is that as far as a bronzer goes, I don't think I would have thought to only wear bronzer. If I were to go outside, if I were to leave my house, like, I'd feel totally fine wearing just this. I'm happy I didn't choose the other lighter. There's medium and then there's medium dark. I'm so glad I didn't get medium because I don't think that's gonna show up at all on my complexion. Do I look sun-kissed? Do I need to turn down my exposure? Is that too dark? Here, Let me get a little closer. So the Makeup by Mario Self Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer retails for $30. The other product that he launched alongside this one, which sounds very similar, it's called the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector. Also a 3-in-1 powder, illuminate, blur, and set for a radiant glow in an airbrush effect on the skin. So it's a powder. Powder. Poudre. Pardon. This one, the one that I'm talking about, is also a bronzer, highlighter, and finishing powder. Well, so I am very happy with my purchase. I would probably recommend this for someone who is a fan of the no makeup look. Okay, I will be adding concealer though, de una vez. And this is my Huge, the NARS, this is not NARS, the Dior Backstage Concealer in 3N. Did I ever tell you guys the story of my scar right here? My cat Lou, she's 3, and on New Year's Day this year, she decided that she did not want any company. When I mistakenly went to pick her up, she swatted at me and I had to get 3 stitches on my upper lip. So that's the story with my lip scar. I had to go to the ER because my cat is a psycho. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of blush, and for that I'm going to use my new Skin Spark, and if I'm not mistaken, it's one of the newer releases from Phytosurgence. These are part of their Toasted Blushes collection. So Condensate, aka Toasted Fume, is a cooler toned muted dusty pink with a hint of violet. Vibe is a lavender oat latte. So this is what it looks like in the pot. And of course it's a cream blush. And this is what it looks like swatched. So for sure it is a gray toned dusty mauve. And it does say here, you can use this with your fingers or with a brush. Also says you need much less than you think. This is an incredibly pigmented product, and I would definitely agree. Okay, so I'm gonna use my little EcoTools brush. I have tried this before. I happen to be very, very pleased with my shade selection. Oh, I'm feeling this look. All right, so along with my Skin Spark, I did order the Spectral Shine. This is in Day Glow. I like it so much that I've already been talking about it in my videos since I got it. So this is definitely my favorite right now. So Divine Daylight is a peachy neutral beige shade that sits between Mirrored Moonlight and Dew of Dawn in terms of depth compared to the original line. I naturally just gravitate toward neutral tones. Okay, and finally, I also purchased the Cherry Treat Conditioning Strengthening Lip Oil from Fenty. So this one I have actually tested out already. Long story short, I freaking love it. Not only is the scent so reminiscent of my childhood, but it is so nourishing. I were to compare this lip oil and the lip oil from In Beauty, I would pick the Fenty lip oil as my favorite. The reason being that the In Beauty lip oil is great, but it's not as nourishing and it doesn't last as long as the Fenty one. This is made with sweet cherry seed oil, which moisturizes, infuses lips with essential fatty acids. There is Barbados cherry and wild cherry extracts, conditions and renews. And then the jojoba seed and rosehip fruit oils, which lock in moisture and soothe dry lips. Baby, am I nourished? So this was actually a recommendation because I'm always mentioning my dry lips in pretty much every video. I tried it as soon as it got here and I was so impressed. I was also wearing like a dewier kind of skin situation and I felt drenched. Really love it. I kind of wish that there was a tint. I happen to prefer a little bit of rosiness. That's the one thing that I really appreciate about the In Beauty lip oil. That one does leave a little hint of color and it's really pretty, especially on those of us who don't have naturally pinky, reddish toned lips. I kind of feel like I want to add just a little bit of Fashion from Merit. That is it. Okay guys, well that was it for my newest additions to my makeup collection. I'll definitely be showcasing these products in future videos. I want to see how well they get along with the rest of my makeup collection, so we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. So for now, that is it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. If you'd like to subscribe, I invite you to subscribe. If you want to give this video a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, that is it. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my lukewarm beer and sit in my backyard. Thank you so much for hanging out and I will see you next time. Bye.